Did you notice it? Did you even notice it at all? When this video first popped up on your algorithm, on your YouTube feed, the thought, the judgment, or the label about this video, about me, what I look like, what the video could possibly be about. Did you notice the mind and the thoughts along with it? Many of us never notice this at all. We just simply call it ourselves. This has the ability to change your life like you could never even imagine because it changed mine. The more layers that I continued to peel back, the deeper beyond the stories that I seen, the true reality, the directness of life that is here, that I am, that you are, that is beyond the stories of the mind, beyond the categories, beyond the labeling, beyond the descriptions, beyond everything the mind continues to tell us. The mind is one of the greatest storytellers we could ever come across. And so often we believe it's stories when we take them to be our stories, our reality. Why do you think so many people end up tragically taking their own life? Because they lose themselves to the stories of mind. So far gone, they could never imagine escaping. They don't even know there is truly something beyond these stories. So I think it's so important and so close to my heart because I was trapped, lost in my own story as a character following the narration of mine, a victim and at the mercy of everything the mind was telling me, who I believed I was, the past that I believed I came from, and the future that I had no direction in finding. Basically felt like a lost cause. It all adds up. It all manifests deeper and deeper the more that we breathe life into these stories. To where I was suffering physical tension, anxiety, and fear on a regular basis. I have a community called the Core Collective Community. And in that community, the monthly theme is seeing through the stories of the mind. And in honor of the community and the theme, I'm going to create a three-part YouTube series about the stories of mind because it truly has the ability to change your life. Many of us do not even know these stories are guiding us. This interpretation becomes a life we think we are living, but we are missing the real direct experience of existence itself. And it often leads to suffering. It often leads to tragedy. It often leads to misery. We tend to feel isolated. We tend to feel depressed, lonely, lost. It goes very, very deep, very deep. And I asked you to begin this video, did you notice the thought? Because many of us never do. See, the hardest part of all of this is to actually notice the thoughts themselves, to actually notice the narration and the stories itself. Now, you're probably like, why is that so hard? Well, let me tell you, as someone who was totally locked within them, in his own living hell, because these stories, these thoughts, the mind itself seemingly just simply becomes us. We give it our name, right? The name you learned at your youngest age, the name I learned was Alex. What was your name that you learned? And then we start thinking. We start believing we are the thinker. We start believing we are the thoughts. There are thoughts. There are life. It's our own inner world. No one else knows it, but it's not as true as you believe. Though it is appearing, those stories and those thoughts are not ours, essentially. A lot of people call it the subconscious mind, and that's okay, but it is usually the conditioning and the programming, the interface that we have given the name of Alex, for my sake, and whatever your name may be, that we believe is us. It's the life we're living. Becoming aware of this programming and interface isn't easy because it's like the screen realizing there's a movie playing on it. It's like the ocean noticing a wave forming from the water, the ocean itself. Well, it is awareness noticing the thoughts arising within it, the movement of consciousness itself. And who really are you? Are you the name in the interface, or are you something deeper? And it takes peeling back these layers to explore this. So, the biggest hurdle to be investigated is to see these thoughts appearing, noticing the reactivity of them, noticing the spontaneity of them, the randomness of them. See, in reality, the labeling and interpretation actually isn't truth. For example, I heard something recently that I thought was absolutely beautiful. But if I were to ask you this question, what would be your answer? Am I, or are you who I would think you are? I'll ask that again. Are you who I would think you are? Am I who you would think I am? The answer is no to both. Now, why is that so potent and why is that so revealing? Because this is what we take life to be. How often do you see someone pass you in public, or maybe someone grabs your attention in public, a total stranger, but yet you have a projection of them, right? You can't deny it. Maybe it's what they're wearing, how they look, anything. There's a projection. Back to the question, are you who I would think you are? The projection you had of me when you seen the thumbnail, when you seen the video pop up. No, I am not who you would think. Keyword. I am. Your projection is totally imaginary. You don't find it in reality. Nobody else knows it except you believe it's yours. You believe there's truth to it. Can you notice that right now? A simple projection. Projecting is all we continue to do, and we believe it is ours. We are owning it. It's so very subtle. It's so hard to notice because the interface is so deeply rooted within us. All of this projecting, all of these stories from our childhood upbringing, maybe experiences that have arose within us. I say within us because I'm pointing to the deeper awareness that we are. Maybe the religion that the family upbringing instilled within us, told us we must follow, we must study, and we must believe. And maybe it goes deeper, culture. Maybe it goes to society, the school system. I want you to notice everything you are gathering that you call you. I know this might not be hitting you right on the head like it should, because I'm speaking from a state of higher consciousness, not in arrogance or on a pedestal, just simply noticing the stories, noticing the interface and the programming. And that is one of the hardest hurdles, not actually a hurdle that must be jumped, But it is very hard because maybe you're 20, 30, 40, 50, so on years old, you know and have known nothing else. But today that can change. Today that can change. And it will change your life because it shows you life. And life is you. You are reality. You are reality. The mind is creating you with thoughts, stories, believed emotions tied together with the past and the future. Clay shaping and molding a specific figure that seems to be so very real. But when you start to peel back the layers and look for this character, you find nothing more than mental activity in mental stories. And then you're left with other questions, maybe. And in the other videos, I'll cover it. But right now, I want to point out the subtle stories, the projections that are occurring. Can you feel them? Can you see them? When you notice them, stop for just one moment, and don't follow it. Don't call it yours. Don't let the emotion and the feeling of you seem to be the thinker, because that is a thought itself. See, there's really two different type of people in this world, truthfully. Those who can see this and those who are lost to it. One is not above the other. It's just a higher state of consciousness, not to be achieved, but to be remembered. We're not living in a storybook as the character. We are not an actor in a movie called life, but it sure as hell seems like it. Notice, those aren't your thoughts. See if you can predict, see if you know the next thought that's going to arise. You don't. See if you can only think positive thoughts. You can't. If they were yours, you would never think a negative thought ever. Who would want to be mean to themselves? Who'd want to be negative? Don't waste your time trying to control them, trying to reshape them. Notice them. It's movement within you. You're something so much greater than being limited to thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. They have the ability to take someone's life when they are fully believed. When the inner world now becomes reality, believed to be reality, tragedy can occur. So what if you had the ability to never be pulled in any direction fully, never be lost to any emotion fully? Well, I would say peace, clarity, and serenity would be the only outcome, because much of our suffering is due to thoughts, the separate self, the projections, the expectations, the life not going our way. Life has now become a thought process about what's going to happen, what should happen, instead of what is here. This is a truth that can't be ignored. You can try to debate it, you can argue it all day. It's just more thoughts. What's here? What's only here? Who's here? Is there a you here? The name you learned? Everything you were told to remember as yourself? Everything you picked up on and attached? Are you wearing a costume? Is this really you? Is it? Do you truly know who you are, or do you just know ideas? Hmm. Powerful stuff here. Powerful. Not many will ever look here. Many feel resistance to this, But those who investigate with an open heart and see what arises has the ability to break the chains, not by force, but by seeing they were never the chains to be owned. There was never a cage here that could actually box you in, enclose you. There's no prison cell. It's imagined. It's the story. So, guys, I said this video was in honor of the core collective community that I opened up. It is now free to join. And for this month, we are going to look beyond the stories of mind. We have a lot coming up, reflections every Sunday, more insights, information. It's a wonderful community, beautiful community that continues to blossom. It's totally free, and the link will be down below for you to join. I hope I see you there to set yourself free from the imagined chains that have been holding you down for so long. I stood there. I know what it feels like, and you don't have to be encaged anymore. I hope I see you there. Take care.